Hello everybody, welcome to your live watch along of Cameroon versus Comoros in the African Cup of Nations. It's going to be a barnstormer. Hopefully it'll be an interesting game. You never know what can happen in any game, in any position. You just don't have any idea. You got to wait and see how it's going to plan out, how the game's going to go. But I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a tough game to see how Cameroon play, and then to see how Comoros play. It's going to be a very interesting game. It's going to be an absolute... I don't know if we're going to have a shock on our hands, but we'll wait. We'll wait and see if the David versus Goliath story is going to happen. That's why we're just waiting. Just waiting on the David versus Goliath story of Cameroon versus Comoros. We don't know how it's going to plan out. Well, it's going to be an interesting game. Comoros versus Cameroon, the home nation of the tournament, versus Comoros. Are we going to have an upset? I'm going to give you guys the team now. This is your Cameroon team to go and play against Comoros in the African Cup of Nations today. And here is your Comoros team to go and play against Comoros, but there is something new. Number 3 is an outfield player for Comoros, has going in goal for 90 minutes today. So this will be interesting because of 2 positive tests within the camp of Comoros meant that both their keepers are out. So it means that number 3 of Comoros is in goal today. It was an outfield player.
Their debut in the tournament, they've unexpectedly qualified through the group stages as one of the best third sides. But tonight they face the awesome prospect.
Hello John, how you doing?
The host nation in terrific form without a recognised goalkeeper in their ranks. Already depleted, 12 players with positive COVID.
Guys, put your question in the chat, like, comment, subscribe if you are new.
The goalkeeper who has played in 2 of the group matches tested negative this morning, but due to the tournament protocols, he remains in isolation and cannot take part this evening. He has travelled with the team from their previous base, but the rules state that he cannot come to the stadium. So the responsibilities go to Chaka Al-Hadoua, usually seen playing as a fullback at Ajaccio in France. He has featured already in the competition.
Put your question in the chat, folks. Vote on who you think is going to win, Cameroon or Comoros.
But he gets that responsibility tonight, and that is quite incredible. John Salako alongside me. Now, I know you fell in love a little with Comoros during their dramatic defeat at the hands of Morocco. You've got to have huge sympathy for what they've got to face tonight.
Yeah, they've got such spirit, and they've come here to enjoy themselves. They leave everything out there. They give 110%, and it's just you gutted for them. You know that they can't manage to put a proper goalkeeper out on the pitch. I don't know whether they could have sort of had some sort of special dispensation where he came to the ground, but wasn't in contact with any of the players, and maybe just came and played out and then left. But obviously, El-Hadji's got to go in goal, and they've got to protect him. That back 4 and midfield have really
here we go.
From shooting, getting too many balls in the box, because he's not going to be able to come and deal with it. So they really have got their backs to the walls.
Comoros versus Cameroon. This is going to be some game, folks. Thank you for the likes.
Yet another layer
I guess you're supporting Cameroon today.
Cup of Nations.
No.
So full of stories, so full of intrigue, and we've had
No.
our fair share of shocks. There's no
I'm
question
actually...
that Comoros
I don't mind whoever wins, but I would love to see the shock of shocks. I would love to see Comoros win this game, but I know it's not going to happen. But
everything goes against them. Nigeria are out, so look, I'm going to hope for goals. I'm going to hope for excitement, and may the best team win. But this is a massive, massive task for Comoros.
Beautifully
Well,
appointed
opinion.
stadium holds around 60,000. A worthy stage for any major tournament. Well, Comoros, the name of their country comes a derivation of the Arabic word for moon, and they were over it after their victory over Ghana in the final group game, living the dream.
Here we go, Comoros versus Cameroon.
He thought his first major tournament was going to go. Now the anthems.
Here we go, Comoros versus Cameroon in the African Cup of Nations. Be interested to see how the Comoros side plays, but I don't see Comoros winning the game. I see it being Cameroon that wins the game, but like we said, we all thought Algeria were going to go and beat Equatorial Guinea, and Equatorial Guinea went out and proved that they can go and beat the bigger nation. So it's like anything's possible in this competition. Like Sierra Leone, you never thought were going to go and get anything against Ivory Coast, and when they did, they got something against Ivory Coast. There he is. Number 3 for Comoros, who is going in goal for today's game, who is a fullback for Comoros, is in goal, who plays for Ajaccio in Ligue 2. So, Ajaccio, whatever it is, in France. So it's interesting to see how this is going to be, but we're just going to wait and see how the game goes, see how the game applies. Let's get your questions in the chat. Cameroon versus Comoros in the African Cup of Nations.
Who damaged his shoulder against Ghana. Now the Cameroonian anthem.
Here's the national anthem of Cameroon. Where's my guy? Where's my guy? Where's my guy? There's Anguissa. Now play. Boy, where is he? Where is he? The guy who sweats a lot. There he is. Vincent Abubakar. How many times are you going to sweat tonight before changing his shirt? He's some player. If I were to give you a player that I would say you need to look out for, you need to look out on this football pitch and think this player is a good player, and that is Vincent Abubakar. He played for Porto and was scoring goals for fun in Liga NOS. He was scoring goals for fun in Liga NOS.
All the great and good are here, believing in their team and expecting.
Hopefully it'll be a good game.
To deliver. They have already exceeded all expectations. As you can see, they're not the tallest side, and Shako Alado playing in goal tonight, only 5'8".
5'8". The keeper's 5'8". I never thought that would ever be a thing.
Imagine some of the extra tactics that Cameroon might employ.
I think shoot on sight might have...
Shoot on sight. Shoot on sight.
Cameroon dressing rooms.
Guys, put your question in the chat, like, sub, and subscribe if you are new. We are here to have a good time. We're here to have a good conversation. Hopefully, we know Cameroon are gonna win. We know Cameroon are going to win this game. But like I said earlier, Equatorial Guinea beat Algeria. Sierra Leone got a draw against Ivory Coast. So anything is possible. Anything is possible at the end of the day. So we're just going to wait and see how the results go, how the play goes, how the team plays. But I see nothing other than a Cameroon win. If Comoros were to even get this to like extra time, that would be sure son of a miracle. It'll be a miracle, but all I can see is a one. So guys, put your question in the chat, like, subscribe if you are new. Let's go. This is gonna be, I think, gonna be a really good game today.
12 players ruled out through COVID. They also lost key defender Kasim Umdahoma to a bout of food poisoning today, just to add to their concerns. It'll be interesting to see how they start. There's certainly a suggestion they may go 4-4-2, but you might think adding an extra midfielder would be a good idea to take on a more protective
Let's
posture.
go, let's see.
Antonio Conceição, joined by some legends of the Cameroonian game on his coaching staff. The Comorian assistant, Younes Zerduk, best known for his spell in charge of Liège in Belgium, takes charge of the Comorian side tonight in the head coach's absence. Well,
here we go.
Going through his mind. Jean-Daniel Padovani, the goalkeeping coach at the press conference yesterday, said we uncovered a player in training who's well capable of playing as a goalkeeper. Well, we will see. Well,
this will be interesting.
I think what I found is there's some guys in training love to go in goal. I was like that. And, you get
here we go. Comoros gets on the way. Comoros versus Cameroon. The game is on the way, folks.
And that's Youn Zahari, who is their tallest player in a team not blessed with great height. But yeah, you've had a go in the heat of battle in a local derby as well, so tell us what it's like. Yeah, it was against Wimbledon at Sellers Park. Back in the days when we had 3 substitutes on the
Here we go. Let's see what you guys are putting any question in the chat. Cameroon versus Comoros. The game is on the way. Let's hopefully for a good game of football today. We do see only one winner in this game.
We won 3-2 in the end.
Well, they'll certainly settle for a bit of that.
I only see one. It's going one way only. And if you guys like the stream, hit the thumbs up button. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you are new.
Caught there by the challenger Bumi Aleo. Comoros making some good progress here, and Ben on the receiving end of the challenge there.
We are now live. The watchalong is now gone live, folks. Don't forget the like button as well. Between Cameroon and Comoros, David versus Goliath story. And here we are. It is live, folks. Comoros versus Cameroon. Let's hope for a good game. Let's get a lot of you in the chat, a lot of you in the stream. And hopefully, you never know what can happen. You could get the most biggest of shocks in this competition so far. But, like I say, it could look like being long entry. Get in the chat, vote in the poll. Cameroon versus Comoros in the African Cup of Nations. Round of 16 is now live. So get voting. Get voting in the chat. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Made a bit of a pig's ear of it.
We just need people. We need some.
This is a really promising start from the big underdogs.
Oh wow! Which goal did you say the keeper, the standing keeper was? That was incredible. I mean, it was almost just going wide. And he palms it, but makes an absolute...
If this keeper does well, he deserves to be a goalkeeper for life. Guys, put some questions in the chat. Let's get some questions in.
So you took the words right out of my mouth, as someone rather poignantly who passed recently said. Benjalud Yusuf opting to take it on now with the value of the surprise element, perhaps.
Good save by the keeper for Comoros, who is not actually a keeper, folks. This guy is not a keeper. He is a defender. He is a defender who's decided I'm going to go in goal.
Tonight, then they could be in for a shot.
Well, there's one thing for sure, is that El Hadjour will be comfortable playing out the back. He'll be able to get on it and maybe, you know, start to counter-attacks and, you know, find his own men.
Moni, the hero against Ghana.
Let's hopefully the stream goes well.
2 goals for him. Ben, inevitably, their leading man up top, got their first ever goal at a major tournament in that dramatic win that saw them through to the knockout stages. So they've already accounted for 1 heavyweight in this competition.
Yeah, it was very impressive as well, because they were 2-0 up and lose that 2-0 lead. It was easy for their heads to drop and go on and lose that game, but they really came back strong and showed great character.
Guys.
What a great challenge that from the very familiar face for Millwall fans of Jimmy Abdu.
Jimmy
the
Abdu.
Comorian captain.
Just putting some questions, just doing something on Instagram, just to let guys know on there that we are live on the channel. The iPod channel is going live.
And from young boys of Bern, who made his mark, you may remember, against Manchester United in the Champions League earlier this season. Early concern for him. Referee.
Has he been asked to look at something on VAR?
It could well be that he's having a review of that challenge.
This is interesting. I
Indeed
think
it
I'm
is.
looking at VAR.
Watching it.
I don't know what they're looking at, but it's going to be interesting.
Oh, wow. Right, okay. Catches him. And just twists his ankle, doesn't he, I think.
Well, Victor Gomez is leading the VAR team, South African, and he has suggested that there is a balance to be redressed here by the on-field official.
This is going to be interesting, folks.
Well, he's certainly not going to get to the ball. Ball's gone, and he leaves his studs there. He catches him on the ankle.
Wow.
Whether that falls into the category of a dangerous challenge in his eyes is the question here.
Well, I think that's definitely a booking. No more for me.
I would say not a red card, but I would say just a yellow at least.
It's rash though. He's left the referee with a decision to make, and with just 6.5 minutes gone.
We now know what the decision is. Having made the signal of the TV screen, and Comoros' problems
Wow.
are going to double here.
Wow, it's a red.
Abdu, their captain and defensive talisman, has been sent off.
I don't think that's a foul, a red card.
Because I know exactly what he's done there. The ball's gone away from him. It's the first 6.5 minutes, or it'd been 6 minutes, and he's just tried.
I don't think it's a red. I think it's a yellow at least.
Let him drive forward, but I think he's caught him a little bit heavier than he wanted to. And just looking at it, when you look at that back at VAR and it's slowed down in that slow motion with his ankle turned over like that, I don't ever imagine he's going to do a great deal of damage, but...
I don't see where you can see him. Ah, he catches him there.
Wow, and that could have cost Comoros. Obviously lost their keepers, and now to lose Jamwinga, their leading, their talisman at the back, their leader. after 6.5 minutes. That is just a hammer blow.
Well, he can't
Wow,
believe it.
Comoros are down to 10,
The
folks.
decision is made.
Comoros are
That's
down to
Giovanni
10 men.
The goalkeeping coach demonstrating what he thinks of it. But maybe with him, any slim hope they had also walks off the field.
Well, is there anything else can go in Cameroon's favour? That is incredible. I think, do you know what? There's a bit of me that's fuming, and a bit of me that thinks that is a real harsh, rash decision by the referee. But Jimmy just tries to clip him. He catches him, he rolls his ankle. I don't think there's ever going to be lasting damage done. It is going to be painful and sore, but he's going to carry on. For Jimmy, looking at that, when you slow it down, is why are you making that challenge? Why? You know, you're leaving yourself in the position where that referee can be asked to go and look at VAR on there, as he's just done. And he's probably, you know, I thought he was going to come back because it's so early. It's so early, just book him. It's the last 16, it's a big game.
They're down to 10 men. Comoros are down to 10.
Jordan Ayew go for Ghana. We saw Iwobi go for Nigeria. And now, Jimmy Abdu's gone for Comoros.
An extraordinary start on what is an already extraordinary night in the Cameroonian capital. Heated protests from the Comorian bench, but Cameroon getting on with it. And some reorganisation, Ben battling to try and retrieve possession. Collins Fye. Toko Akambi's ball in. Well, improvised well there, didn't he, Zachary?
So let's get some questions in. Cameroon 0, Comoros 0, but Comoros are down to 10 men.
And he took no chances, cleared it. They're going to go, all they can do now, Comorians, is go 4-4-1, and that really damages their options for going forward and being an attacking force. But they've got to take this thing out of the game. They needed to without, obviously not having their keepers, but now it's just really see if they can see out the next 10-15 minutes of this game without conceding.
They want to make a change. I mean, they do have players who could readjust to a defensive role playing further forward, but they want to bring on Hassim Ahamada, who can play anywhere across the back line. Plays in France, as the majority of the Comorian players do. Well, it's certainly been an eventful start.
It's not the start we were looking for, but it's drama.
Are we going to get some more drama in this game?
Gamaleo trying to find an inroad, but that's Bakary. In towards Abubakar. Oh, he strikes it.
Oh, Vincent Abubakar with an effort just wide of the goal. Still 0-0.
The knockdown from Choupo-Moting.
Yeah, it's a lovely straight ball into the front. He lays it back to Abubakar. He does not need a second invitation to shoot. Just scuffs it. Just comes off his shin and then his foot. And just needed a clean strike. Test the keeper early on. He's not gonna hold back.
Toko Akambi, who actually nodded it down to him, coming in off that left flank. His first sight of the goal, and you suspect strongly that it will not be the last.
No, they've really got to draw the Comorians, make them tight, narrow, and get wide, and put crosses into the box. And if they can work those little spaces in
here we go.
the edge of the box and get shots
Are we going to get anything else in this game? Cameroon versus Comoros. Comoros are down to 10 men with inside 6 minutes. I didn't think it was a red card at first, but then when I saw it in the replay, then it had to be a red card.
And tracking there by Umchangama.
Yeah, do things quick. Those throw-ins, vital. Get onto them. Take them quick. get the Comorians on their back foot, and that was excellent. Now, you know, they've won a corner. First test for the keeper. You know, I'm thinking he's just going to stand that under the crossbar, that 6-yard box, and see if the keeper's going to come for it and go and get the big men attacking it. And he floats it to the back. You know, it's a waste.
Still 0-0. We haven't really had any big chances except for the one that was a sending off, and then also Abubakar having a shot wide off the post. Apart from that, there's not been anything else to inform you guys. Cameroon just had a shot, but now here comes Comoros.
People like him are going to be important. Try and hold the ball further forward, relieve the considerable pressure that's going to come their way.
Yeah, that midfield's got to be brave. Keep holding the ball. Try and get some passes in. Stem the tide of flow from Cameroon.
Choupo-Moting losing out in the battle there.
Comoros holding Cameroon at bay, but just not doing as much as we thought we would do.
Back to Choupo-Moting. And Bashir with a challenge from behind, which was always going to result in a free kick.
Free kick to Cameroon.
Yeah, great play there from Anguissa. Choupo-Moting picked it up. He was just about to drive, really positive. Yeah, stretches for the ball and he's unlucky, but clear free kick. Well, we've seen a few hit from even further out than this, so I wonder if he'd be tempted and Gamelu to test that keeper.
This keeper's only 5'8". Oh, is that a shot? Well wide of the goal, still 0-0.
And no test yet for the
still at 0-0, folks, between Cameroon and Comoros.
Again, from that distance, just make sure, test the keeper. He might spill it, go and follow up the second, you know, anything that comes back off the keeper.
But at the moment, hit the like button, put some question in the chat, let's get going.
Jimmy Greaves about outfield players in goal. He says if you ever watched a film where actors are trying to play football, that's what it's like.
It is such a specialist position, it really is, and I don't know how much he's played, if he has played at all, or he just got in goal in training. But you do have players that played in goal early on in their careers and changed position maybe to around that 13, 14, 15 age mark.
Collins Fye. Looking to tease it in, but that's too much of a stretch for Abubakar.
Just see what we can get out of this game, but so far 0-0.
Straight ball, but just had too much on it. I think realistically, Abubakar might be better off standing still there, getting it to his feet, laying it back, and let someone come off him. You know, pop it around, pass play, pass follow.
5 goals in the tournament. You have to go back to 1998 for a tournament when a player scored more than 5, and 2 managed at that time. The legendary Egyptian Hossam Hassan and Benny McCarthy, who both hit 7.
Legends, but his eyes must be glowing tonight. He's thinking, standing goalkeeper, they're down to 10 men. He's their main man. He's got to be looking to fill his boots tonight, surely.
Changaba. Bakary back to Changaba.
So guys, put on your vote. Keep voting in the poll who you think is going to win between Cameroon and Comoros. Who you?
Here's Rafidine Abdallah.
Let's get some questions in the chat. Happy times for any questions you guys put in front of me.
Bashiru, formerly of Morton and Nottingham Forest. Now playing in Cyprus. Looking to seek out Mohamed Yusuf. I think Tolo assumed he fouled him there for a moment.
Yeah. Oh, here comes Cameroon! Cameroon are through!
And Toko Ekambi raids.
Oh, and he's missed the effort. How on earth has he missed that?
He's just praying.
Tobo Ekambi has missed a sitter.
Wow, it was the hit on the counter-attack. I think that's, you know, they went forward, which they have to do. And Ikemba, his eyes light up, doesn't he? He does it, he cuts inside, just hit the target.
How is he not hit the target and missed the post as well? Oh, we thought it was 1-0 Cameroon there, folks. But it is still 0-0. Cameroon are going to have all the chances.
It's going to be difficult because I think it's Bakari. He got himself wide, a wonderful ball out to him. He tried to come inside, lost it. And then the ball just runs and they win it back, Cameroon, and they're on the counter-attack. And looks so dangerous, a bit of composure. He could have even picked out a pass, but with a bit of purpose there, he just drives in on goal and takes a shot on his left foot.
So far, 0-0.
Really, if they do come out, it's all there for Cameroon on the counter, isn't it? It really is. Yusuf losing out. And that's Mohamed Yusuf.
Well, they've got to try and box it into these areas as long as possible, try and keep Cameroon back in their own half. I was just looking at the way they're playing. They can afford to leave 3 up front. They can have 2 really wide and 1 down the middle and ask some real questions. That means that Comoros are going to keep 4 back at least and maybe 1 in front.
Try able to get there. Choupo-Moting just dropping off there. Picked up by Meunier. Into Ben of Red Star Belgrade. He's got a lethal left foot.
His quality, you can see his balance and his quality on that left foot, and he's going to be needed. They're going to keep the ball in that midfield.
Guys, put your question in the chat, like, sub and subscribe as well.
In Switzerland, 2nd tier club.
If you guys want to join the Discord server, the link in the chat, and you guys can join my Discord server as well. 20 minutes played, Cameroon 0, Comoros 0. Cameroon have had the chances, just Comoros just can't take it, and Comoros are holding in there. How much longer until a goal goes in, I do not know.
I don't mind inviting a bit of trouble to their door.
No, that's wonderful. They've got to be brave to play in these positions, keep it. Pass, find each other, well done, make the pitch big. Make Cameroon players work side to side. There you go, get it into there, yeah, keep it, go out the other side. Wonderful. This is what I thought, you know, he's a player. The way he plays that sweeper, he's an extra player in this situation, so fantastic.
Versatile player too. Comfortable on either side of the defence, and
Comoros are doing alright at the moment. I'm going to give them credit for credit that is due. With all the issues that they've been having, with all positive tests and everything, and not having a keeper, and now having a man to nothing, it's still doing alright.
Good atmosphere out there today. I think it's the biggest crowd we've had. Obviously the hosts, what an opportunity to beat Comoros. And Gambia didn't look great earlier, so their pathway to the semi-finals is open.
Whistle going, presumably because they decided that the ball had crept out after all, or indeed that.
Yeah, see, just leave that. Let the keeper come and play that. Take your time. Just run that clock down. Every chance you get, kill the tempo, kill the atmosphere, frustrate Cameroon.
Rafadine Abdallah has dropped back into the centre of defence after the dismissal of Abdu. He's been a centre-back for Comoros for a long time. I know he's more known in this country as in the UK as a midfielder. Benjalud Yusuf's chase.
So far, 0-0. Just keep going.
Choupo-Moting picking up the scraps. And Ahada desperate to save the corner, although he didn't have to be that desperate in the end.
Yeah, well done. They get across there. You can see he was going to.
They're doing all right. Comoros holding themselves firm. They're holding closer to what they are, but the more they keep going, the more better it is for them.
Drop a shoulder. You throw a leg over and create that half a yard to get your shot away. You can't just expect, defenders are going to block that.
Bakary. Abdallah. Forward by Zahari.
That's a bad ball by Comoros. Bad ball by Comoros. Cameroon are on the boat at the moment.
Absolutely flying forward down that right flank, but Anguissa opting not to use him. He'll get involved now, though. It's Honla.
That's a ball. Oh, header.
Well, look at that line there. I swear someone's got to show.
That's a goal kick to Comoros. Goal kick to Comoros.
Beyond stretching them, asking a question behind of the defenders, but then that's when you got to have one or two coming to feet in the holes, in the gaps. Good Choupo-Moting there. You got to get it into his feet. Maybe Abubakar coming short as well, and Gamalou there. You're contesting balls up against those big centre halves. A little bit more goal needed.
Fine.
Oh, well done.
You don't see goalkeepers do that often, but that's it's not going to be orthodox tonight.
No, that was committed. If you're going to come committed, and he certainly did that, and well dealt with.
Goes for all, be decisive.
Yeah, no, he's brave. He's confident. He knows what he's doing in there, and he's playing this role to a T so far.
Abubakar going in there with Ben.
So far, 0-0. Foul, free kick to Comoros.
Footwork from Moni.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Lovely feet. And he buys it. He knows he's going to get hit. But this is the one. Just again stood up into a nice area. He knows he's right on the edge. He can't afford to take any chances with punching it, so he heads it. Fantastic.
Moni winning the free kick here. He's playing with Annecy in France, challenging in the third tier.
So far, 0-0. Let me know if you guys are watching the game.
Clips there of their great hero from the match against Morocco, Salim Ben-Voina, who put in a tremendous performance, a remarkable triple save the penalty.
Yeah,
Here comes Comoros. Cameroon is a free kick to Cameroon.
And I think they've had, I've counted at least five shots, 5 opportunities to get the ball, and 1 corner to go and stand out on that 6-yard box.
Honla to fly.
Comoros holding really firm, folks. Guys, if you like the stream, hit the thumbs up button to get to like, subscribe if you are new.
Any position down the flank. Playing as
27 minutes played. We've not had a lot of chances in this game. Most of them for Cameroon. Comoros have all they've had to do is basically defend.
Large Comorian community in the great French city of Marseille. Many of these players hail from there. Set of islands, the east coast of Africa, just to the northwest of Madagascar.
They certainly show their pedigree. They look organised, they're fit, strong, disciplined, and they can play. You know, they're committed, they've got such spirit. And what a great showing they've put up so far. Coming up for 28 minutes, lost Abdu after six and a half minutes, already lost their keeper. And this has been a tremendous performance from the Comorians. Really, very intelligent, composed.
have held Cameroon before in an African Cup of Nations qualifier for the previous tournament. 1-1 draw on home soil. They lost 2-0, 3-0 rather, here in Cameroon 2 years ago in the reverse match played at the other stadium in this city that is hosting games in the tournament, where indeed Comoros played that game against Morocco. Promoting Basagog and Clinton and G, all three players in the squad getting the goals that day. Mangisa.
Here comes Cameroon on the ball. Cameroon.
Yeah, so there's 4 players running into the box. One of them's got to show short.
Here comes Cameroon. He's going to have a shot. No.
Well,
Oh, mix up.
left it to Abubakar, who's now unhappy. Only running into trouble.
Oh, here comes Abubakar.
In big trouble with Abubakar.
Go!
It's Toko Ekambi who puts
Tobo Ekambi of Cameroon. Of Ligon side. Olympique Lyonnais.
Give the ball away carelessly.
Puts
hit
Cameroon 1-0 up. Tobo Ekambi.
Can't really dive. Stumbles across the goal and it goes in, and that's heartbreak for the Comorians. It's been so fantastic.
Tobo Ekambi puts Cameroon 1-0 up, folks.
Goes into Abubakar, lays it to Ekambi. And to be honest, he just has to hit target with any kind of purpose, any kind of pace. Yeah, it's going to be how many, I think, from here on in.
His 8th goal for his country, Carl Toko Ekambi of Lyon, who's having a fine season at club level. A couple of goals against Ethiopia already in the tournament.
So, 1-0 to Cameroon. Carl Toki Ekambi of Lyon.
The pressure was building the longer they didn't get that goal.
Shame, really. Again, carelessly giving away in that middle of the park. You lose the ball there in your defensive third. It's 1-2 passes, they're on you, they're in your goal. You know, you're facing your own goal, and they exploited that. And yeah, it's going to be difficult now. Try and hold on till half time.
Gamaleon. The change of pace got him away. Tracking back there, decided not to allow the goalkeeper to take any responsibility. The stand-in goalkeeper, we must reiterate.
If anybody there voting for Comoros think they're going to win now, no way. They're 1-0 down.
Was in this sort of situation, they would have had the option to call in a goalkeeper for an emergency. That not afforded to the Comorians here, and the august French sports journal L'Equipe reported that on Sunday night the protocols regarding isolation were changed.
Yeah, it's harsh, isn't it? It's difficult to know if they could have flown someone in, or they could have been given some special dispensation, because it really is cruel. I mean, it's such a specialist position that it's a massive advantage.
Here's Bashiru. Comoros playing with plenty of courage here, though.
Yeah, come out and play. They've got nothing to lose now. 1-0 down to 10 men.
Nothing to lose for Comoros, nothing to lose.
Might as well go for it.
And here's Bakary looking to forage. An opportunity.
Oh!
And Onana has to produce the save.
Oh! Comoros nearly scored! Comoros nearly scored!
Mohamed Yusuf with the second effort. There's going to be a yellow card here for Anguissa. But Comoros showing that they are not going to lay down here.
Wonderful, their best attack by far. Comes across Mooney.
Comoros nearly scored, folks.
Pulls the trigger. Pulls a great save from Onana.
Nearly 1-1 there. And that is a foul by Anguissa. Free kick to Comoros. Good two opportunities from Comoros.
Great left hand save, strong hand away, and he comes back, and then with his feet, and you think it's going to fall a third time. Great double save from Onana.
Onana of Ajax stopping Comoros equalising this game.
A goalkeeper who's had his critics from the press in Cameroon during the course of this tournament, with a crucial contribution there on a night when he probably didn't expect to be that busy.
No, I mean, I was just thinking, well,
Here comes Comoros. They've got a free kick, folks. 33 minutes played. 1-0 Cameroon.
Nothing to lose now. This is a nice distance, actually. You can get it up and down. They can go either side, I think. And this probably suits the left footer.
Well, Ben is pondering it. He is the left footer there. Yusuf also there. There's Ben with the kick.
Comoros free kick didn't go well, but it's a throw into Comoros.
Yeah, interesting to see they only had 3 men on the wall, so it gives the keeper a better chance to sight it. Or is it 4 in there? That gives him a chance. It hits the wall. Yeah, defender Tolo not taking any chances, but he's saying, did you call for that? Give me a call.
That's his first name on the back of his shirt.
Ben Yusuf there, he's got it. Trying it target.
Still 1-0 to Cameroon.
Comoros are going to get anywhere near back into this game.
There's Mohamed Yusuf, who produced the second of the Onana saves. Ball crept out just before it was retrieved by Yusuf to Yunus Zerduk's bemusement, the assistant head coach. To remind you, Amir Abdou, the head coach of Comoros, who's led a real transformation for this nation's football, not here because of COVID.
Yeah, it's a shame. Their biggest hour. They'll be sitting there watching it, fuming. Can't believe what he's watching, but these guys are not going to stop running. This game's not over yet. They're going to need to get, until the second and third go in, they're not going to give up.
Don't give up, believe.
Castellotto.
Don't give up, believe. Because even if you're losing, you're always going to believe that you're always going to get that one. You're going to get a couple of chances, and you could take one, and you nearly did. That's what.
Come out, recycle.
Yeah, I didn't really think it was a sending off because at the angle that we saw it from, you didn't really see what he did until you see it on the replay.
Needed defending, and Abdallah did that.
On his tiptoes, wasn't it? Great ball into a lovely area. Defender's facing his
And it doesn't help that they've got a defender playing as a goalkeeper.
Ask the question. Another corner, second corner. Let's see what the delivery's like.
Well, they didn't test the goalkeeper with the previous one. It's going to be another outswinger.
Another outswinger. So we got 60% think Cameroon's going to win. 40% actually think Comoros is going to win. Wow. Wow.
At the near post, anything into that area, I'm going to head away. But, yeah, I know sometimes
Need a miracle
to get a little bit, a better flight, but that was, yeah, it needs to put a little bit more trajectory on there.
Yep, need a miracle to Comoros now. Need an absolute miracle.
After 6.5 minutes, I honestly thought he could have easily, but Abdou changed the complexion of this game massively by sending him off after 6 minutes, 6.5 minutes.
Whether you agree or not that it's a dangerous challenge, it was certainly a needless one.
I think he'll be shaking his head. He certainly let himself down, let his country down. Leave it open and ask the question. You see referees go to that monitor. They look at the pictures they see. I think when it's slowed down, you see it from those angles, and it looks more severe. I think definitely when it's slowed down and stopped like that, think it was stopped for a long time, wasn't it, with his ankle rolled over.
I got a bet on Cameroon to win the AFCON outright. Outright? They're never going to win it outright. It'll be either Senegal or Egypt.
Was it reckless?
Because one of them's got a fit. No, but I want Mendy to win. But I just think, just because how good Egypt have been. What? No way. Nah.
He's returned to the squad today, as has Honma. They weren't involved
Why?
in the final group game against the Cape Verde.
I'm gonna hold my head down.
Picked up by Honma.
Go on. Oh, that's never a foul, ref. Oh.
Comoros get the decision.
Cameroon players are going down so easily. It's pathetic. Into the boober, guys, right?
Oh, Hongler.
Fuck off.
Lifts his arm first, doesn't he? He goes across Bisharu.
Come on, Comoros, I believe in you, your little nation.
I mean, they're both tangling in the centre mid.
Zola.
Not the first defence punished. Basharu unhappy with it.
Yeah, that was the very first kit I ever had.
To be short in those situations, and
because when people are saying, when some people say about Chelsea that a lot of our fans only started supporting us when the money came in, I wasn't one of them. So you can count me out of that.
It's part of the side that won this competition 2 tournaments ago. 5 years ago
I started supporting Chelsea basically when we had when Vialli was manager. I was about 3 years old, so that would have been Vialli. I feel sorry for Watford. They got another manager sacking. How many more do they want to sack?
Situation where was Abdullah given away. Is in.
Oh.
And Zahari gets there. Promoting lurking.
Yeah, really positive play by Ngamali, who drives her line and pulls it back to that near post.
Yeah, literally quite a big chunk of my dad's side of the family are all Chelsea fans, so that's why he got into it and then got me into it.
He's going to rock so far, Zahari. Another swinger. Again, it's defended.
Yeah, because his uncle was which is yeah.
Zahari stood in a lovely spot just in the end of their 6-yard box. Anything that floats in there, but that's 3 or 4. They floated similarly, mix it up, change the angle, go short.
Trying to remember. Yeah, it was. Well, it's confusing because I got 2 uncles with the same name, so it gets really confusing. One of them's a Chelsea fan, which is on my dad's side. Then he got my dad into supporting Chelsea, and then it was me.
Do it quickly.
So if it wasn't for my other uncle who got my dad into it, I may not have been a Chelsea fan, and I might have been supporting someone else instead. So it's actually a good thing. I've even my other uncle, when I was younger, tried to make me support Sheffield United. When I was a kid.
But he's going to need that, run your heart out for 60, 65 minutes and then get some fresh legs on. It's all they can hope for.
Tried to get convinced, but it didn't work.
Familiar face to Fulham supporters. Zambo and Gisa.
You're gonna be really gutted about that because you could get a lot of money for that because that shirt's rare.
Contributions earlier in the season.
Yeah, because it's from.
Say the least, look very good for a return to the Premier League.
What makes that? Because there's a shirt by the sponsor that we got. We had it for 1 season. That's why it's rare. Because it's not very often you see a shirt lasting 1 season. Back then, you used to see some shirts back in like the 1980s. They would last about 2 or 3 seasons wearing one kit. Yeah, I had that when I was younger. Yep. My dad. Yeah. If I was there. If I were to get that shirt again, I would be spending quite a lot of money because I would get the one with embroidered on it because we actually won the Winners' Cup in that shirt. No, but what I would want to do is get the one when it says on it the date, the final, who we played, and all that. Because it was the very first time we have won a European Cup since the 70s. So that's...
Gets his body there, doesn't let him past him. Look, that's part and parcel, but he's unlucky.
Even the old classic shirt I've got, that's another iconic shirt because there's not very many rare shirts from when Chelsea were in the second. We're not in the top flight, and we've only happened to us 3 times. So there's only 3. Because my dad was telling me there's only 3 times in our history that there'll be 3 shirts out, which were from we were in the not in the top flight, and they're the rarest shirts going. Because it's not. If you ever say to anyone Chelsea were in the, I've never been in top flight all their life, people will be thinking you're joking. Go and look it up. And we yeah.
Comoros some real problems. And look at that lovely high line.
Yeah.
So brave.
Yeah, because think if I remember it. Yeah, the clap.
Oh, heavy touch at a time when you don't need that.
Oh, unlucky.
That's too much.
You would not see me doing that because, as you know, I wouldn't want to touch a Spurs. I wouldn't want to touch a West Ham, and Man United and Liverpool. I would rather get a lighter and burn the twats. Because it would be me like touching the. It would be like me touching the devil.
So at least 4 added minutes here.
Oh, I would collect them, but I wouldn't just get them. I would do them by getting unique shirts. That's what someone I watch on YouTube that does that. Like unique ones that are like very extremely rare.
So as well as the goalkeepers, some handy operators outfield. But here's Choupo-Moting.
What? I'm trying to think. That might have been the last season of Alan Shearer.
They can't wait to get into that dressing room, have a break, regroup.
Yeah.
What a wonderful half. Zerdok's, the assistant's going to have a big half-time talk, but they've been so brave, and I've loved what they've done. They've been composed, been patient. The Cameroon have just been so wasteful.
Yeah. Even though I've got to have a little bit, when you say Grimsby Town, I've got to have a little bit of respect for them because my first ever game involves Grimsby Town. When I ever went to watch.
Variation on the theme this time.
Yeah.
But in the end, it gets them absolutely nowhere.
Open the gate. Where's he going? Just stop. Have a touch and cross it. Man, it's some of it's hard to watch in a sense where it's just
for him as well, I'd imagine.
Yeah, he's tearing it.
Wow.
You can see his frustration because it's
weirdly, yeah.
You've got
I was only 1 year old when I went to that game.
They've scored from the only shot they've had on target. They haven't put enough crosses into the box.
And 0-0 in Division 2 or in Division 1 versus Sheffield United. But we were in the away end. Watching Sheffield United away at Grimsby.
I don't think Comoros are by any means at this game. They just need maybe.
So practically my first ever game wasn't actually Chelsea with Sheffield United.
Keep doing what they're doing, and all the time it's 1-0. They're still in this contest.
So Kitman has had to take on Al Haddour's actual squad number. He's got the name on the shirt, but the number of one of the goalkeepers who can't be here tonight.
Come on, guys, put your question in the chat. Like, subscribe if you are new.
I did notice that earlier on. I didn't want to say anything there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gets away from Chupamoting. Comoros covered an extraordinary amount of ground. They are actually quite grateful, Comoros.
Yeah.
They've got as many as 7 substitutes at their disposal.
It's, I don't know what else can go wrong, but you know they've turned up. They've been willing.
Yep.
Competitive. You know, they're only 10 men, and you know, the standing goalkeeper. They've been the better side for me. I've loved what they've done with the tools they've got.
About 70. It would be about 70 quid for an 70 quid for an adult, and then it just costs the price of a train ticket and the price of food. So it wouldn't be like a grand. My dad's had a look at when we were doing it. If we ever got a ticket and we travelled down, it would be about between 100 to 200 quid. It would still be like that now, because you still think it's still 70 quid for a ticket at Stamford Bridge, so you'd be counting that, and then it's just for travelling down. But if you're going by car, it'd be a lot more.
Divides the sides, but Al-Hadar, the standing goalkeeper, has been given a relatively gentle ride by a wasteful host. Indeed, Andre Onana at the other end has had far more strenuous tests, including a very sharp double save. Jimmy Abdu, Comoros' defensive talisman, dismissed after 7 minutes. It looked
half time, 1-0 Cameroon.
But Comoros are still very much in this. At half time, it's Cameroon 1.
Who would be
Comoros
saying that
nil.
Comoros only 1-0 down? Cameroon should be 3-0 up by now. Should be. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're going to get chances like that, and that might have been the moment for them. Because I don't think they'll get another one like that again. And at the moment, in the Championship, it's Blackburn 0, Middlesbrough 0. Yep. What are you on about now? Oh, okay. And then after all this, I'll be going on FIFA. Cameroon, wow. 60% have gone for Cameroon to win, 40% have gone for Comoros. Let's get another poll in the chat for you guys. There we go. Put something in the poll for you guys to vote. See if there's any news. See if there's any more. Wow, that's an interesting looking kit. A team in Ireland have brought out a kit inspired by Bob Marley called Bohemians, one of the big boys of the League of Ireland. It's that and Shamrock Rovers are the two biggest teams in Ireland, in Republic of Ireland. Wow. Oh, okay. Here we go. Let's see what people have voted for in the chat. And people have gone for interesting. Right. Yes, because we don't know what can happen. But that was never a sending off. Yes. Yeah, and that was never a sending off. The referee has ruined this game because of a stupid sending off. That was never a sending off. If they're sending off a player for doing a challenge, if they're doing it just if they're sending off a player for a challenge like that, why couldn't they not send off Matt Doherty for a very similar challenge? With Levovic. Yeah, but the difference is he's actually come out himself and said he wants to move to Juventus. He was never interested in moving to the Premier League. Because who's going to win that race? Nice or Newcastle? Newcastle, because Newcastle got the money. And Newcastle only want him on loan until the end of the season. Then Newcastle are going to use the summer to get someone. So hopefully second half goes well. Let's see if there's any other news. Yep. They even had their views on Match of the Day 2 when they did the Liverpool game and saying that referee lost all control of that Liverpool versus Palace game. Because and this was from Jermaine Genius, even he said that was never a penalty that Liverpool got given. I don't think it was, even though the ball got pushed away by Jota, how on earth is the keeper meant to stop his momentum where literally he's like, this is I'm from my computer. It's literally that close. You cannot, yeah. Yep. But it's still ridiculous. How on earth would a referee give a decision like that? I bet you if that was Chelsea in that position, it would never have been given. It would have been overturned. But I can even know from watching that game that the keeper wasn't aiming to take the player out. His hands were literally up like goalkeepers do or players do, saying I've not fouled the player. He already had those up before the player even touched him, so that he didn't connect with him. And then what did Jota do? Oh, I'll go and literally slam into his stomach. Ridiculous, that was. Yeah, potentially we could be at the top 4 by the time we play in the Premier League again. Because we do now not play in the Premier League for 23 days. We do not play in the Premier League for 23 days, and our next game is not for 13, which is against Plymouth Argyle in the Cup. So we've got 13 days to get the players sorted. Maybe, if you are lucky, those 13 days could mean that Reece James could be back. Because he's already on the grass doing individual training. So you never know. You never know for that. But guys, put your question in the chat. Vote what you guys think of the first half. And hopefully, Comoros can actually have another chance in this game and maybe grab a goal. You never know. Yeah, let's see who the Scumchester playing next. Oh, bugger. Yep. Before we even kick another ball in the Premier League, Man United would have played Burnley and would have played Southampton. So we need to pray that out of those 2 games, United don't win both. Because I think that would be 6 points. If United win both of their games, they'll be on 44. They'll be on 44 points. So they'll literally be about 2 points behind, about 3 points behind us. So what we could do is with United not winning both while we're not playing. Who do West Ham play? West Ham play. Oh, that doesn't help. So we already know West Ham are going to win against Watford. We already know that. And hopefully Leicester can do us a favour against West Ham. And then the other team near us, with the Liverpool play while we're not playing, they play Leicester and Burnley. So hopefully Leicester can do us a favour. Burnley, I already know they'll beat them. Let's see. Yep. There we go. There's the difference. Match postponed. Next game in the Premier League. Crystal Palace away now. So our next 2 games in the Premier League are Crystal Palace away and Burnley away. We don't play back at Stamford Bridge in the league until the 5th of March. Or the 12th of March when we play Newcastle. I'm actually quite happy because after the League Cup final, we've actually got games that you think we should win. Because we've got Burnley, we've got Newcastle, and then we've got Norwich. Which you think we should win all 3. And who's our top goal scorer? Oh my! Wow. I never thought I'd be saying this. And that'd be an interesting thing. Who do you think's the top goal scorer for Chelsea so far? You'd be shocked to this, it's Jorginho. Jorginho has scored nine goals from 14 attempts. And Romelu Lukaku is actually second. Mason Mount is third.
The circumstances their opponents face.
But our most assists is Mason Mount. And what's good about this is he's assisted seven, and actually scored 7. So it's like he's on a good record.
One sniff of an opportunity. Toko, it can be a little more than that. But this man normally operating in the full-back positions for his club.
Yeah, full-back. That still surprised me. They put a full-back in goal to go and be a goalkeeper.
Tested by a team with serious ambitions of winning this competition. What the critical reaction will be in Cameroon to this performance if there's not a significant...
There we go, second half is underway. Cameroon versus Comoros. What? We've got, I said Cameroon.
Well, the stars are aligning for Cameroon, aren't they?
Because actually on their badge, it doesn't actually say Cameroon, it says Cameroon. On their actual official, badge. It's not spelled as O-O-N, it's O-U-N.
Golden boot, you know, get 2 or 3 in this game.
It's a bit, it's interesting that how we spell it, it's different how they spell it. It's a bit interesting.
Yeah, there's a nice balance in there.
But
very left-footed and
let's see, so let's check out some more stats for you guys.
It's not a great ball
Let me done that one. Let's check. Shitty ass Man United shite. Who's their top goal scorer? AKA it's Cristiano Ronaldo with 14 goals and 3 assists. He scores goals, but he hardly assists because he's a selfish prick.
That's gonna smart.
His top assist, Bruno Fernandes. Wow. Ronaldo's only assisted 3 or 14. Jeez.
You know, just look to break on the counter attack, but be
check shitty ass liver shite. Wow. Mo Salah scored 23 goals. Fuck. In 26 games. That's ridiculous.
Battle very soon. The energy is already
that's already typical. You can tell with Liverpool's attack. Mo Salah first, Jota second, Mane third, and Fabinho fourth. Fucking hell.
Temperatures in the high 20s as well.
Check West Ham. See what theirs is. See if it's actually changed. Oh, it's still Mikel Antonio joined up first with Jared Bowen. Ooh. Not bad.
Spread by Homlat.
Let's check Arsenal shite. Oh, Boubacar, have you not scored that? And have you started sweating?
Well, he's been worked now by the ace goal scorer.
Well, that was a much better cross into a great area.
A Boubacar who scored, folks. Wow. That should have been one that should have been.
Saves it with his legs, fantastic save, but I have to say it was straight.
Like in the last game, he had to change his shirt.
Oh, they've upped the ante here, Cameroon. There's a real sense of fire in the belly here. Boubacar trying to get there. And Zahari.
Boubacar. He's a decent player. But that how can you have a point-blank header and not score? You've basically been given a free header.
You can see there's an overlap there. Grabs the attention of the left back and then he crosses it first time.
Still in the Championship, Blackburn Rovers 0, Middlesbrough 0.
Hits the keeper's legs.
to be a proud man with what they've produced already, Eunice.
Here we go. Vote in the chat what you guys think of the first half, and I'll leave that on there for you guys. You can see what you think. Oh, here comes Cameroon! Shoot! Oh, you absolute donkey!
Wild.
Jan, someone's got to stand still there. Gets away with it. Defender slips.
You absolute donkey! How on earth have you not finished that?
In the middle, get it wide. Slips. Look, stand still. They just keep running, and then he tries a shot, and it's awful.
Chiba Molting, you can hit better shots than that.
But again, it's a little bit brainless by the, by Cameroon.
So it looks like for it. Yep, I'll have to have a look to see what my schedule's going to be for live watch-alongs for the next few weeks, because there's no Premier League games happening. So I'd have to switch it up a bit. So tomorrow we got Cape Verde versus Senegal and Morocco versus Malawi. So we'll stop the poll there, so we'll put another poll in. So I can have people have their say in what watch-along they would like me to do.
You're not doing that and then go into those areas. That's beautiful. That's better. And then wide. You get your crosses in. But we haven't seen this from Cameroon as yet.
That's why I'm putting the doing the watch-along in. Ah, here we go. Put me book. Yeah, I'm just trying to. Which game would? Just trying to remember what I need to put. No, but I remember. I'm typing down. Oh! How is the Boubacar not scored again?
Yeah, cuts him off. Boubacar's never going to reach it. He just needs a call from Ikambe. You see, he's hoping and praying. He's reaching for it. It puts him off. And Zahari as well, and it just, he's not anticipated it. But there's a great overlap. They get the overload on the right. He can play the lad in. I think he's going to play him. Play it down the line. He doesn't. Draws the attention of the fullback. Gives him space.
There we go. I've
to
done
put it into
that.
Lovely area. But this is much better from Cameroon.
Yep, this is better from Cameroon. Cameroon are basically going for the throat now.
Mohamed Ali Abdallah.
Cameroon.
Plays for Stade Lausanne. He's replacing
Cameroon.
Mouni. He can operate anywhere down the flank.
Cameroon. Chacaron.
And he is a more defensively minded player.
I haven't done that correct. There we go. There's two of you to vote for who you would like for me to do from the African combinations tomorrow. For you guys to pick.
Yeah, maybe do it straight away and see what they can do. While it's still 1-0.
There we go.
They've got nothing to lose and everything to gain.
So he's a more defensively minded player. It's an opportunity here.
You want to know what's interesting about his keeper? He's never been a keeper in his life. This guy's a fullback. I think if I am correct, he plays in like the second tier of French football.
That touch went straight into the keeper and chance went away.
Filling in at the back.
Yes, he plays for Ajaccio. Ajaccio is fighting for promotion.
In this situation.
Well, I think
so basically, if Comoros only lose by 1 goal, that standing keeper or defender deserves a lot of credit. What a save! What a save! What a save! Oh my God! Oh! Fucking hell! Where did that keeper brought that from? He's not even the keeper! He's not even the keeper! Fucking hell! How on earth is this guy doing incredible saves and he has never done this in his life?
gets down well. Unorthodox.
Unorthodox! He just took a fist out while on the ground! If you lifted up higher, you would have got to that. Fucking hell.
He doesn't do it. It gives the keeper a chance, but magnificent.
This keeper's going to make me lose my voice.
Love the smile. It's shades of Ben Boyner.
Yes, I've done that.
Wasn't textbook that night either.
The two games for you guys to choose from is either Senegal versus Cape Verde or Morocco versus Malawi.
Oh, and I'm Changamar away.
Into a great space. Great ball. Going to
I'm having a break because I like to do one.
There's Ben. And Bakary.
Yeah, because I want to switch it up. So I've only picked one today because of the big team is Cameroon. So I thought I'd do Cameroon, and the biggest team out of this is either Morocco or Senegal. But the difference is, I feel more like that you could see Cape Verde more winning against Senegal than you could see Malawi against Morocco. So you could see a shock happening there. You don't know.
Keeper does well, but yeah, it's a long way. It's a tough ball to take out of the air. Can't quite bring it under, but again, wonderful play.
So hopefully you guys will vote on that, and we'll see at the end.
He's still not made his way back. Eventually, Yusuf.
And
Lilian Gamaleo.
Galileo Figaro.
Get some passing, get your breath back, and every now and then someone's got to take a chance. It's going to be 2 or 3 Campbell, and then try and get back in as soon as he can.
Here's Ben. Now can they get this right?
Oh, Comoros! Come on! Why go for the shot? You absolute fanny.
And he tries to hit it from a long way out, but this is the one. Yeah, that's the first one. Good keeping. This is the second one. Yeah, the big touch just gives an honor a chance, but brave keeping. He comes.
Oh, no. What's the name?
You can see he's looking to lift it over him. Get that. You know, if he can get there first, then the keeper takes him out. It's a pen and a possible sending off. So they've just got to keep gambling.
Come on, Comoros. God, the keeper's giving them a bit of hope.
Great display from Comoros.
They go away, whatever happens, with great pride and a lot of plaudits.
Yep. If they end up only losing 1-0, then it shows how good of a team they are. But also shows that Cameroon can't finish.
Abubakar. He's got to have a say at some stage, surely.
Because out of everyone in this Cameroonian team, my favourite player in it is Boubacar. I think he's an absolute legend.
Just making that run.
The guy's been in football history, been everywhere and everywhere.
Quality in there, just to get that extra pass and up back and through and get the runners coming to feet and getting those runners, getting those balls through. But they played very well at the back. The forward held a great line.
Here we go, Vincent Abubakar. He's only 30. Jeez. I thought he was older than he looked.
Secured a free kick.
Yeah, he's had his hands on him, but look at that lovely crisp pass into there, going to feet.
Where's he actually played for? He's played in...
Defender comes, and they're in a great area.
Oh, he has played in Cameroon. He's played in Cameroon, France, Portugal, Turkey, and now Saudi Arabia. He's literally been nearly all around the world.
Good little play. Just taking their time.
Wow, he's got more goals at Porto than any other club. 83 appearances, 36 goals. Can you please come to Chelsea and partner Lukaku? That would be some strike force. You've got 2 players with absolute strength.
Rafadine Abdallah. Gets it back. Mohamed Ali Abdallah. Now here's Saïd Bakary.
Saïd Bakary.
Bashirou.
Bakary.
Bakary.
I like some of these names. They're actually quite nice to say.
I might have gone offside.
Bakary. Bashirou.
Ricochets were coming. One more goes
Still Comoros 0. Cameroon 1. 59 minutes played. And don't forget to like, sub and subscribe if you are new. I tonight because not a lot is happening except for the chances by a Boubacar and that incredible save for the keeper.
Well, remember this.
Just that save from the keeper was just amazing. How on earth? No keeper in their right mind would just put their fist straight in front of him on the ground and still be able to save it. Woo. I'm going to do a Superman and save this ball. Come on, the Boubacar, I want to see a score. You should have already scored by now.
There's Toko Ekambi. Now Choupo-Moting popping up on the flank again.
Choupo-Moting. You can't even score a goal. You keep shanking all the time.
Took at his shirt there, but happy to keep possession. Gadeu. Ndisa.
Way, Anguissa.
Here's Tolo.
Can you quickly come back to Napoli? I think we can do with you.
Toko Ekambi.
Yeah. Don't say that to Pieface. Pieface gets pissed off with him.
Well, perhaps no
Yeah,
surprise,
he
they're
called.
looking to freshen
He
up.
called.
It's Clinton and G.
Oh.
His fourth Africa Cup of Nations, part of the squad that won it.
Yep. According to Pieface, he's a cheating twat.
And he's not going to be alone. Christian Bassogog as well. Player of the tournament 5 years
Is
ago.
he a Spurs fan or a Plymouth fan? Make your mind up.
Get some fresh legs on. I've seen enough now, and last thing Comoros want to see is some fresh legs coming on. Again, you know, we go in 61st minute, and it's still 1-0.
Oh, it was so funny. You packed him once, and literally 2 packs later, he packed him again and gave him the bird. It was amazing yesterday. That was amazing. Cameroon, you should be like 4 or 5-0 up in this game.
Anguissa.
It's still Blackburn 0, Middlesbrough 0.
Castelletto. Gadeu. This is Nuhu Tolo. Hongla. Castelletto.
Are we going to get another goal? It's going to be the first like 1-0 we've seen in ages.
Choupo-Moting. Fai. Castelletto. Hongla. Tolo now for Cameroon. Eliminated at this stage in the last tournament by Nigeria, having led by 2 goals to 1. That was as far as they got in defending their title, a title that they won on 5 occasions. Only Egypt have been African champions more often. And it's the end of the evening for Eric Choupo-Moting. Gamaleo is also going to be brought off as the legend that is Samuel Eto'o, now president of the Cameroonian Football Federation, looks on. So,
In the crowd again is Samuel Eto'o.
the coach of Cameroon has shown his hand.
No! Look, VAR! VAR!
5 substitutes allowed in 3 windows in the second half.
Looks like they both come on to play wide. Bassogog on the right and Ajay on the left. Give him some width, give him some pace.
can see Cameroon getting a couple more goals in this game.
First involvement for NG. That's a lot of
Go on! Ah, Boubacar.
Just come on. You've been watching it for 64 minutes. Take him on. Go and make things happen for yourself.
Oh, what a goal!
Puts it away.
What a goal, but it's not given. What a twat! What a twat! What a twat!
He nearly missed it.
How many times do I want to say, what a twat?
No, Cambe was drifted offside. He's got to angle his run. Yeah, he started
Always offside. You denied the Vincent Boubacar, one of the best goals we have may have had in this tournament. He did the bar with venom. I thought the bar was going to break.
I wouldn't want to be on the end of that glare. I might turn to stone.
Yeah, the referee has been strong. I've really been very impressed with the referee. They've been very drilled and disciplined, and they've taken no nonsense from the players.
I have to say the handling of the penalty shootout between Burkina Faso and Gabon was very emphatic yesterday, wasn't it? Mohamed Yusuf.
I still like to think that early in the game, it was a little bit pressure, it was a little bit naughty, but that early in a big game, a yellow card would have been enough for me. But there you go. I can't really lambast him too much with it.
There's one by Zachary.
Here comes Cameroon. Oh, here they come.
Great run. Cambi has to leave it to NG. That was good play because he was offside, I think.
Go on. Shoot.
Great play,
Oh!
but not the ultimate reward.
Now that's what I'm talking about.
Nearly 2-0, but couldn't finish.
You've got to show intent,
What?
you've got to show some positivity.
You are an absolute
And
twat.
then make a statement. Look at the way he drove, and then he give it to NG, and then he gets it back, and then and then he tries a shot, but again, doesn't hit the target.
Just kisses the outside of the post.
That's the most positive play we've seen so far from Cameroon, and that's what he's put the fresh legs on to do.
Hand in hands are both Antonio Conceição and Luis Baltazar, his assistant. Some legendary names of Cameroon national sides past on the bench as well. Francois Omambiek and Jacques Songo, great goalkeeper, amongst the coaching staff. We remember Francois Omambiek from Italian 90. That goal against Argentina with a bit of help from Neri Pompidou, it has to be said.
Now you're talking, Dan. Those are the days.
What the fuck? Where are Arsenal getting all this money from?
I'm not sure what word to use about the tackle by Benjamin Massing on Khadija in that match, though.
Yeah, some of the wow. I don't think we'd seen anything like that, have we?
Quarter-finalists in that
Arsenal
World
are
Cup.
definitely getting some money from somewhere, and it's a dodgy way of getting it.
I'm sure
Because how are they?
they will now concede that Cameroon
They're
will
looking
go
at now
for much
trying
of
to
that
get
game.
Wijnaldum.
Yeah, two. Lineker penalties that night.
They get all this money when the owner doesn't want to give them any.
Here's Hongla. Oh, and the run by Tolo was one of real potential. I don't know whether he'd have been onside or not. It's Benjalud Yusuf. And Chaka's alive to that. And Comoros making ground.
Wow.
It's Ben.
Wow. There could be a very shock management could be happening at Watford straight away.
They need the insurance of a second goal.
Wow, that was fantastic. And nearly
Fabio
so close to
Cannavaro.
just run out of legs. You thought, I thought just tow it past him and maybe
Ha
slow
ha!
down, but he
What?
just tried to get a strike. They're so honest, they're so brave.
Yep.
And they keep
He
going.
said he might be one who's been spotted in and around the boardroom,
Well, that's the problem.
which is never helpful when you are a manager in trouble.
More gaps.
Well, that was
Come on, I want my.
cannon straight in the mush.
Yep, and Milan are interested in Tanganga on loan from Spurs or AC Milan.
Charge forward and see if they can go and get some rewards.
Come on, my guy. Come on, you sweaty bastard. Go to Vincent Boubacar.
Hongla. minutes.
Come on, Vincent Boubacar, get a goal, please.
When it's 1-0, you have to take that into account, the potential for extra time.
Yeah, I'm an ever optimist, but I mean, realistically, they can afford to be patient. They can afford to play this at their own tempo. Cameroon.
Come on.
They just need that one moment of quality, really, to
Go on.
pull this off.
Oh!
See it from Boubacar.
Oh!
That was it. Timed his run to perfection.
Vincent Boubacar.
No man's land, didn't see it, didn't come. Boubacar
Classic.
forces it into
What a
the net
fish.
to make it 2-0, and the hosts surely now have done enough.
Well, now he can smile. Now the weight lifts from the shoulders.
There we go, 2-0. Vincent Boubacar.
You sense that there would be a few occasions when he was helpless, Shakur Al-Hadar in the Comoros goal, but the top scorer of the tournament has another, and Cameroon surely on their way to the quarterfinals now.
Yeah, it's a lovely run. It's
Oh,
straight
he's a
run.
cheeky.
You
Oh,
can see Kembe there, short, one goes to feet, and it's the first time he makes
he's
it
a
to
cheeky
run.
bastard.
Lovely position, times it to perfection, goes through. The keeper's in no man's land, and look at that. He goes to ground, and Boubacar just showboating then, slipping it into the net. You got a feel for him, but I think.
Or Swat. Oh, I was about to say Nigeria, but they're out. Fuck.
Well, it was too easy for a man of his calibre.
You ask him, he never really had that play, just show that intelligence to it. One goes to feet, one goes behind, time your runs. You go and ask, just be a little bit patient. And we were just talking
That-
how long can Comoros
That has
keep
got to
holding
be
on
one of
for.
them. Not the goal, but
Heartbreak for this,
the management team that manager's got with him has got to be one of the best in the tournament. You've got all players who have played for Cameroon and are ex-legends on their
They'll keep playing.
and his management team. You got to be a good team if you got that, helping out these players.
Yusuf up there, still sounding some notes of defiance.
Yeah, it's very tight legs.
Because there's not a lot of teams, not a lot of nations that have a manager that will go and pick ex-international players for their nation and come and say, do you want to come and be in my management squad team?
Status in the tournament now is endangered as the coelacanth, the fish, the species of fish that
There's not a lot in that.
named after. It was at one time thought to be extinct until they discovered some off the coast of South Africa.
Wow. It's got to be a beautiful island. Certainly put it on the map, haven't they? There's going to be a lot of people looking up Comoros.
Come on, guys, vote in the chat who would you like me to do a watch along of tomorrow. Cape Verde versus Senegal, or Morocco versus Malawi.
The only endangered species in Comoros at the moment is goalkeepers.
And also, if you guys like the stream, hit the thumbs up button. Don't forget to like, subscribe if you are new.
One's injured. One test negative and he's not allowed in the stadium. So Cameroon were always massive favourites in this game. I mean, hopefully would have made more of a contest of it. But do you know what? And we've still been very entertained, haven't we? It's been an enthralling game.
And remarkably, they've had only one fewer attempt on target than Cameroon.
Well, Al-Hajjur's going to certainly have his place in Comoros folklore. They'll talk about him for a while.
Oh!
Paging through, but halted by Bahari. He's been a hero in his own way. He's won so many battles defensively.
Yeah, they're no mugs. I think Boubacar needs to do a little bit more than that.
It's Ben to thread it, and an opportunity.
Oh!
And Nana with a sharp save.
Nearly a goal for Comoros.
He shouldn't be beaten on his near post.
Well, there's a substitute going in, fresh legs. He makes a great run. The ball's played in behind. Takes it first time, and it's a smart save from Nana at the near post. He's got to be brave. I think it's just going to hit the post, but he makes sure. They've been solid. Made a mistake early on. A free kick, and then since then he's been solid. Done everything he's had to do well.
Well, now, is this a window of opportunity? Sahari are their only real player of substantial height.
Yeah, and Changamar. He's got to get good delivery. Oh,
An interesting
one off the-
delivery.
Oh!
Yes,
Benjalud Yusuf.
it's one off the training ground.
Oh, they tried to do a training ground thing and it failed.
Step onto it, but it's onside. Yeah, Canberra could have played it. I think Ng was offside.
Oh, unlucky. Thank you very much for the 4 of you that have hit the like button on the stream. Like and subscribe if you are new. We got to give Comoros credit. They've given Cameroon a game.
You know, maybe they got Gambia and reported.
And that keeper, I still can't believe that save. That save's going to be remembered in this tournament forever. An historic save from a keeper that's not actually a keeper.
Ball over his head, both watching it. He's got his arms up. Yeah, it's a difficult one to take. As you say,
And go and vote in the chat, folks, who you would want me to do a live watch along of.
just a little bit of vision.
Benjalud Yusuf, replaced by Faiz Matoir.
Ah, we actually had 3 votes, actually.
Matoir can play on either flank or up through the middle.
We've actually had 3 votes. We've had 3 votes, and they've all been for Senegal versus Cape Verde.
Product of the Lyon Academy. He's only 21. He is one of the youngest players.
Bullshit.
Only Iyad Mohammed, who's on the bench, who's only 20.
Ha.
Junior. Here's Abu Bakr.
I'm a legend, and rock it, we rock it.
Andisa. Hassled and harried by.
I'm actually a decent player, thank you very much.
Basugo. Did just scrape out.
Actually, do you know how to jump?
Well, that's going to be a worry if you're Comorian with more fresh talent. Stefan.
Fuck off.
From a great footballing family in Cameroon. His father played in the 1982 World Cup. Here's the opening goal for Toko Akambi.
Still I'm a legend.
Third goal of the competition. And he leaves the stage.
A legend, a legend.
And
It is Comoros 0, Cameroon 2, 77 minutes played.
I might be in the half-time interval, actually.
Oh, Vincent Abubakar's gone off.
And here's Abubakar.
No.
To make it 2. Selling the dummy.
He should do.
Yeah, he's shelling peas, that was, wasn't it?
Protect and preserve.
Protect and preserve. We're not playing other sports where you're more likely to get injured.
He's certainly a main man.
Let him play 90 minutes, he could end up scoring another 2 goals in this game if you give him a chance. Well, he should have already have done it.
Finals and hopefully final to come for him. So lots of goals there to be had.
Vincent Abubakar. Guys, vote in the poll. Put some questions in the chat if you are new.
Angisa. Here's Basugo.
Fuck off. You can't say we can't say much because who's top of the league? Chesterfield still. Woohoo!
Zahari rather able to recover. Here's Matoir.
Yeah, because because Halifax play on Tuesday against Bournemouth. Comoros! Oh, Comoros! Oh! Oh! How have they not scored? Go on! Shoot! Wanker! Twat! Fucking hell! Sorry about that, folks. I was going to be too mental. Sorry about that, folks. I'm going a bit too mental. That the camera fell. Or the mic fell. Yeah.
What an opportunity that was.
Because there was about 3 chances.
Should he have been given the chance? That's the question he's asking himself.
Wow, it's all as much as
Yeah.
they deserved. I'd love to have seen them score a goal and make a game of this last 11 minutes.
Comoros nearly scored.
Wow.
Oh my god. Oh my god. And it was actually it was a triple save. Fuck me. Come on, Comoros, get a goal, get a consolation goal for the folks back home.
Team a free kick.
It was coming quickly at Jamwinga, wasn't it? I mean, edge of the box, that was a lot harder, but what a chance for Ben Yusuf. Comes in just
Comoros,
beautifully for him,
I'm
doesn't
talking
he?
about them. Comoros get a goal for the folks back home.
Oh, man. Yeah, great save. You know what? I mean, it's always great to keep a clean sheet, but
Free kick to Comoros. About 10 minutes to go.
for Comoros to take away with them. You never know what could have been.
Oh, a yellow card for Hongla.
Come on, Comoros. I want Comoros to...
This is why.
Come on, Comoros.
Cheltenham are the victim of the challenge.
Come on, get a goal back. If they score, I will go absolutely mental because they deserve a goal. They deserve it for their effort and everything, at least. Because at least they go out and they score. Oh, man. Free kick to Comoros. About 10 minutes to go.
Cheltenham is going to take.
Oh my fucking god!
10 men.
Fuck off!
Recognised.
Fuck off!
And they are
Fuck
still
off!
in this
What have I just
round
seen?
of 18
Can I have some water? Splash on my face? Why am I just waiting? Am I dreaming?
You take a bow.
Take a bow! Take a bow!
Gotta be 30 yards out.
I have to say fuck!
Corner.
We're all standing in silence. And what's the replay of this beloved goal?
Oh my word.
Fuck.
That is picture book.
Woo! What a...
Just pinches the back of that beautifully.
Oh my.
Comes up with a bit of width.
Comoros have got a back in it!
Barcelona.
Fucking hell!
Well, let's be honest. This is not a scenario we expected.
Who expected Comoros to even score?
Wow, I saw that. Ben Yusuf brings a great
No
save.
one expected Comoros to score.
I think the chance has gone. Surely that's their last opportunity. But right, they
It's
bring the
now
ball back.
put doubters in the minds of Cameroon. If they give any more chances like that away, they could equalise.
That was Ward-Prowse-esque. Oh my God, that is a hell of a free kick, and I hope it's not wasted.
Wow.
They're going to throw
You basically have just basic.
I'm not sure if
Ah, that's funny. He's just basically a.
for his country here.
I love it. I love his analogy.
Wow, wow.
He basically said that free kick was like James Ward-Prowse press. What? James Ward-Prowse could score goals better than that. And that guy scored more free kicks in Premier League history than any other player in history in the Premier League.
Jean Onana waiting to come on for Cameroon. It would be their final change.
I didn't expect that from the Comoros. Did not expect that.
All around this stadium.
Not 2-0.
But you do got to.
Take the big
Yeah.
one off.
But you do have to think from the chances that they had, they should have at least have scored one, so they've been well deserved a goal for the effort that they put in. Because you would have think they should have been like conceded 6 or 5 goals in this game.
Yellow carded in the wake of that goal. There's information of where it happened and a show of dissent, it would be fair to say.
Yeah. So the referees have not taken any nonsense.
Oh, Inguisa's coming up. He's been their best player. Well done, Inguisa. Well done, Inguisa.
But what they got left, they must be absolutely out on their feet, Comoros. But they just got.
After After this, come back to Napoli and start playing better and get us a few goals.
Unfortunately, there is extra time and then pens, isn't it? So,
Fucking hell! Why did you jump over the top of someone? You're not Bugs Bunny.
Nothing out. And Jamwinga, the goal scorer, on the receiving end of that challenge.
Bullshit.
Quite a bit of pain. Came down heavily.
Go on, Comoros.
one of those where gets his body into him. He goes very high and he comes.
Go on,
down,
Ross.
he's
Go on,
winning it.
Ross. Go on,
And
Ross.
hopefully he's going to be able to get up and carry on. That'll be sore on his lower back. But look at this for technique.
Technique. It wasn't just technique. It was on the. It was just thought I'm gonna fucking hit it.
Hits that so sweet. And that's a little Ronaldo technique. He brought that. And,
It was Swaz.
People perfected that. That's why you get one right every.
It was Swaz. Yeah. Because it had some nice swerving.
Just fantastic.
The ups and downs.
It's when it gets hit and then it like swerves.
Illustrated.
Swaz.
Wonderful goal one moment. And now
On the Swaz.
considerable play.
That's the top of your pelvis. That's going to hurt. You won't want to lose him right now.
Swaz. Swaz.
So
I don't want to go on what.
minutes of normal time and then whatever.
Yeah, because I think it's dodgy play.
Adds on.
That's dodgy play.
Ibrahim Yusuf, who started the historic victory over Ghana, playing in the.
I'd rather not. I play properly, and properly I shall.
Jamwinga.
No.
Yeah, go and run around and score me a goal. He'll be telling him.
He plays on
No.
the left-hand side. He's playing very low down in France. Saint-Priest. National Deuxième C.
I don't.
Yeah, and they're down at the bottom of that.
Nah.
I'll leave that to
Nah.
you.
I'm an icon, an icon.
Looks as though they're going to throw Ali Mardi into the mix as well, who has played in the top flight for Evian in France. Now it's Epinal.
Well,
Nice, because I got a good team.
Cameroon will be happy with this. A few substitutions.
And that's shithousing.
Fouls, knocks. He's not going to get up in a hurry.
Yeah, shithousing. You do what other players do. Use one player to win a game.
Unfortunate.
I don't.
He's gone down and that's fine.
No, I
He's gonna
don't.
stay down
Not
for a
anymore.
little bit, run the clock down.
Well, it's their last window to make a substitution, so they might as use as many as they can.
Yeah, get some fresh bodies on and
I
throw
don't.
caution to the wind. You know,
No,
they've got,
No, I
just
don't.
under 3 minutes now of normal time. There's got to be at least 4 or 5 added.
Yeah,
on,
but I
at
still
least.
know how to score goals and good
There's
goals.
been a raft of substitution. There's been a raft of people going to ground. So I'm surprised if there was 5 or 6 added on. So
I don't
plenty
you
of time to
go.
play here.
And Abubakar wondering there on the bench whether he is going to be the match winner after all.
So then what I do is I pull it back.
So who's going to be brought off?
Yeah.
Bakary, the left back.
It's like when you get into the back. Yeah.
And Fuad Bashiru.
On another planet. Come on, Comoros.
And Mohamed Yusuf,
You just need one more opportunity and you might get it.
replaced by Ibrahim Yusuf.
And if you go out, you're going out fighting.
I suspect will play as close to Ben as he can.
He's mental. Wow.
Cameron G. It was Bahoken up there. It was too much of a stretch for him.
Come on, Comoros. If you guys like the stream, hit the thumbs up button. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you are new.
Jamwinga. He's come on in 2 of the matches. Wasn't in the squad for the previous game.
Come on.
Collins Faye. Asugog. What an opportunity here.
Oh, what a save by the keeper. What a save.
Yeah, great save. Gives him a chance.
What a save.
Oh, this is lovely play on the edge, yeah. Hits it straight at him. I think, honestly, either side.
He punched it over. That's a bit risky.
He's curling. Does enough. He's there. Job done.
That's a bit risky punching it over.
Clock ticking round to 90 minutes.
Yeah.
Just thinking they're going to gamble and leave men up front, but everyone back defending. I haven't seen how many have gone up. Didn't see the board.
Well, there's going to be a fair bit, good number of substitutions. Well, that's Ben Boyner, who you may have seen if you haven't been following the tournament closely, that tremendous triple save he made on the line against Morocco. He's the only goalkeeper who's been allowed in the building tonight, but he has to wait on the bench in the stands because of a shoulder injury.
Well, this is where I see Comoros have just got to throw everything forward. They've got to gamble, and Cameroon will be able to pick him off on the counter-attack.
Matois robbed.
It's actually do or die now. Just 3 minutes added on. That is criminal. It's got to be at least 5 or 6.
Onana with the Jean variety. Not difficult to tell, I suppose, when one's outfield. Lea Siliki. Well, a nervous prowl for the ace goal scorer.
Shows you, doesn't it? They're just happy to keep it in the corner. They've got 1 minute left of time added on, and
Siliki. And on he goes here.
Oh, it's blocked.
Another important block and maybe an important counter brewing here. That's a tremendous bit of play. Jamwinga eventually felled, and Comoros adamant they should have had a free kick. The coach certainly isn't too tired to protest.
yeah, Jamwinga Musa, fresh legs on. Thought he's going to roar through the defence and come and grab a goal right at the death.
Well, here's Mohamed Ali Abdallah, and he plays it through to Jamwinga, and the final whistle will deny him his chance. Oh, the stern face of the referee. Eto's team are through, but far from triumphant.
Oh, it's far from impressive, wasn't it? Did enough. They're through.
Here we go, full time. Comoros won.
The Comoros have given Cameroon. They've been magnificent,
And Comoros won. Cameroon 2. Like and subscribe if you are new. The next watch along that we'll be doing tomorrow, we'll be finding out in a minute.
Goal of the tournament for me so far. Absolutely brilliant. You know, I could say
We'll wait for this poll to be done. No, end it there. And we are going to be doing tomorrow Senegal versus Cape Verde.
Incredibly
Like,
difficult
sub, and
circumstances,
subscribe.
not helped
Blue
by
is the
Skipper.
colour.
Gets
And peace. And I'll see you
sacrificed
guys tomorrow for
7
Cape
minutes.
Verde versus